question that comes up from time to time is, what happens if I miss open enrollment at work? So I'm going to talk about what happens if that happens to you and what kind of options you might have. All right, before we talk about today's topic, just real quick, my name's Michael. I'm with GLG America. I've been helping people with their employee benefits for a long time, and I know that they can get pretty confusing, so I try and make it as simple as possible for you. So while you're here, if you got any questions, put them in the comments below the video, or if you're on my website, put them in the comments below the website. And while you're here on the YouTube channel, click subscribe and click the bell to get notified whenever I upload anything new. And while you're here, look around, see if there's any other videos that can help you out with your benefits and insurance. Now, open enrollment at your work is a very important time, and as much as we stress to employees the need to go through the open enrollment process, there's always employees that either choose not to go through open enrollment, or they just got busy and just totally forgot that they need to go through the open enrollment process. And so in this video, we're going to talk about, what happens, are there any options? And then also, I do want to address one thing, because sometimes you could go through the enrollment process and not be enrolled in a benefit, kind of how to protect yourself. So let's talk about those three things. All right, so first let's talk about, you missed open enrollment. What happens? Well, unless your employer has kind of a passive enrollment where they just roll you over into what you have without any changes if you don't take any action, which is unlikely in today's benefit environment, then you're going to just be out of luck until the next open enrollment period, and that's when you'll be able to enroll again. Now, there are some exceptions to this, and these are if you happen to have what's called a qualifying life event. And so if you have a qualifying life event, and under those situations, you could enroll in benefits outside of open enrollment. So let's talk about what qualifying life events are and how they work. All right, a qualifying event is something that happens during the year that allows you to make changes under the law. So a qualifying event would be something like you got married, you got divorced, you had a child, and that isn't just limited to those. There's several different types of qualifying events, and those are just some of the most common qualifying events. And so if that happens during the year, that would be an opportunity for you to enroll in coverage outside of having to wait until the next open enrollment period. Now, if you do have a qualifying event, just make sure that you let your employer know within 31 days, because just like open enrollment, there's a deadline for special enrollment opportunities like that. So if you need to add a child or get yourself coverage because you missed open enrollment, well, then that's the time that you want to do that, and you want to let your employer know right away. Don't wait till the last minute. Okay, so you missed open enrollment, you don't have any qualifying events. Is there anything that you can do to pick up coverage before the next open enrollment period? Well, there might be a couple things. One is that if you're married and your spouse's open enrollment is at a different time than yours, and you're eligible, you might be able to enroll under their plan prior to having to wait till the next open enrollment at your employer. So that's an option. The other thing is that I believe you might be able to enroll in Medicaid and children's health insurance programs any time of year. And so if you qualify for a government program like that, you might be able to enroll even outside of open enrollment. So those are a few things that you might be able to help out. Now, one other thing I want to talk about is just the importance of open enrollment. So when you see stuff about open enrollment going on at work, make sure you go through the enrollment process. And one other thing you do to protect yourself is that after you enroll in your benefits, just make sure you get a benefits confirmation statement that shows what you enrolled in. That way, if the deadline passes and then there's any question about what you signed up for, if you got a benefits confirmation statement that shows that you elected coverage, no one can say, well, you didn't enroll. So your benefits confirmation statement is proof that you enrolled. You want to make sure you pick one of those up, or at least have some way to document what you signed up for. Okay, I hope that helps you understand what happens if you miss open enrollment at work, and also just stress the importance again of just not missing open enrollment. That way you don't have any problems like this, because if you do, the most likely scenario is that you're just going to have to wait until the next open enrollment period. There won't be anything you can do about it. So if you got any questions, let me know down in the comments, and I'll try and help you out. If you're on my YouTube channel here, just hit subscribe while you're here and catch all the videos that I do about your employee benefits and other insurance. I'm Michael, and I'll talk to you in the next video.